Chelene, first of all, we want to thank you for interviewing with us today. Just let us know who you are and what you're doing.
Okay. Hi, I'm Chelene Nightingale, and I'm running for governor in the state of California under the AIP, affiliated to the Constitution Party. We are grassroots. Meg Whitman, Jerry Brown, Steve Poizner, they're all the CFR Acorn candidates. They are well funded. Corporations, unions, the other elite give them money. The media, as you know, which is controlled, is not going to put a third party, especially a constitutional candidate, on the news. So what we need is a grassroots effort, and I'm doing it because we the people have to step up. We have to start being bold. We cannot allow the elite to continue to control our government, and it's actually what the Founding Fathers wanted us to do. They wanted we the people to run our government, not elitists and corporations and unions to run it.
King George, as well as our Founding Fathers, could you tell us what that means to you and most Americans?
Every student should be required to read the Constitution of the United States of America, the Bill of Rights, without it being dictated on what it means or doesn't mean by anybody else. The Founding Fathers escaped, and I know that there's a different story being told out there now, but they left the tyranny of King George to come over here to fight for freedom and liberty. All people have to do is go and read the Founding Fathers, their quotes, their biographies, to find out what they truly believed in. The federal government was only supposed to be there for security around the perimeters. They weren't supposed to be there to dictate our sovereignty. States were to have the powers, because we have the Bilderbergs, the UN, the Council on Foreign Relations. You have this global agenda to dismantle our country, to dismantle. We are the freest nation, or we're the freest nation on this planet, and they don't want this. They want tyranny. They want us under their control. Freedom is at stake. It is not a conspiracy that George Bush and Vicente Fox and Prime Minister Harper from Canada signed the Security and Prosperity Partnership to merge the three countries into one union, the North American Union. It is out there on the internet. In fact, they had a site, spp.gov.
President Bush signed a formal agreement that will end the United States as we know it. And he took the step without approval from either the U.S. Congress or the people of the United States.
Last February, Obama pledged that he would resume the Security and Prosperity Partnership talks between Mexico and Canada that President Bush initiated. He also said the talks will be transparent.
A plan by business and political elites to tear down the trade barriers among the United States, Canada, and Mexico, and to create a NAFTA superhighway, all of which to be done without the approval of Congress or the American people. President-elect Obama named a die-hard free trader and NAFTA supporter to be his U.S. trade representative. You know, I was asked the other day about whether or not I really thought the American people had the stomach to stand up and stop this nonsense, this direction from a group of elites in absolute contravention of our law, of our Constitution, every national value. And I hope, I pray that I'm right when I said yes. But this is beyond belief.
This was an important debate. I had planned another closing message, but I feel compelled to say what I'm about to say. Now, I risk sounding like a conspiracy theorist, but it's no longer a theory. What I'm about to say is fact. The secret organizations of the world power elite are no longer secret. They have planned and are now leading us into a one-world communist government. The combining of national governments started with the European Union. That union started with trade agreements, then a common currency, the euro, and now a European Parliament that is feverishly passing laws that override the laws of the member nations. A constitution was drafted but rejected by a few of those nations, but never mind. They implemented it anyway. Now it's North America's turn. Building on the North American Free Trade Agreement, the NAFTA section of the Commerce Department is busy drafting laws and regulations for a North American Union. a union of Canada, America, and Mexico. The President has attended secret meetings and signed at least 2 agreements under the Security and Prosperity Partnership Program. Information leaked out about the meetings, and now it is all in the open. No treaty has been signed, so Congress has not become involved. However, money from our Treasury is now being spent for this effort. We will have a new currency, the Amero, and a new Constitution, modeled on the Soviet Union's Constitution. Our rights will not be inalienable, but they will be granted by government, who can also take them away. One sign that this is our future is the plans for the superhighways from southern Mexico through America and into Canada. These plans are not secret any longer. Huge amounts of property will be taken in the name of free trade, peace, and security. You will have a national ID card with a radio frequency chip in it. You will not be able to move about freely. This is terrorism of the most worst kind, brought on you by our own government. The strongest, freest nation in the history of mankind will be averaged into world communism. Is that what you want? Are we the people still in control of this nation? We must begin to act like we are.
Stan Jones.
If people would have listened to George Bush Sr. back in the 90s, he declared exactly what they were doing, and that's something that the Bilderbergs and the CFR, the elite, they actually tell us what they're doing. He declared this was the New World Order.
The victory over Iraq was not waged as a war to end all wars. Even the New World Order cannot guarantee an era of perpetual peace, but enduring peace. Our success in the Gulf will shape not only the New World Order we seek, but our mission here at home. Until now, the world we've known has been a world divided, a world of barbed wire and concrete block.
Back up! Stay back! What are you doing? Go!
Conflict, Cold War. Now we can see a new world coming into view. A world in which there is the very real prospect of a new world order.
Obama declared, we are going to change the Constitution. They don't hide behind what they're doing. Unfortunately, when you have a society where they're trying to indoctrinate us in the public school system, take over our media, they blind you over this fact. So you might hear one thing, but then you have this commercial that might have some subliminal message that in the education system where you have communists and socialists teaching you that the Constitution, red, white, and blue is, you know, a horrible flag, then you're not paying attention to what they're saying. The Founding Fathers, though, they have great wisdom. I mean, they were for limited government. They were for against everything that we've become now. So it's very important that people find out what they believed in, because it gives us great wisdom on how we can get back to what they fought and how they fought tyranny and overcame it. And Christians, it's our responsibility to go out and look for true teachers, not false teachers. And, you know, really that was what the Founding Fathers wanted. They didn't want government to take over religion. That's why they escaped King George. Churches should not have to go to the government to tell them what they have or had not made. The reason why they did that was so that churches would be silenced. Plain and simple. So I do not believe churches should be part of a 501c3. And I wish that pastors would start taking a stand and say, you know what? Do what you want to me, but I am not filing a 501c3. I wish the Christian community would take a stand on that. Globalization means more power for them, more money for them. You can't, if you have a group of individuals who are educated, who are rebellious in nature, who will stand up for their rights, who feel that they have freedom, who have guns, they can fight the government, they can fight that tyranny. So if you, that's not what they want, because they're trying to gain that power.
There's been a lot of talk in the public about an issue which is called chemtrails. Have you heard of them? And if so, would you care to comment on them?
Definitely, the environmentalists that are out there, how come they're not addressing that? Well, of course, because the special interests, the globalists, that's who that pays them their pockets to go out and be the activists that they claim to be. So what we need to do is we need to expose that, and we need to join and make an environmental act, a real environmental act that prevents them from putting these chemicals into the air, which of course is ruining our health.